we're going to move on right now and talk about student visas. There's a report by the people who manage the program, SEVP and CVIS, and those who have student visas in particular know these acronyms and all that kind of stuff. But essentially, it's ICE that oversees it. But about what's going on with the student visa numbers. So obviously, the student visa holders, and this could include F1 students, which is primarily it, but there's an M1 category, people go to vocational school, there's J1 cultural exchange students. Most of the statistics we're going to provide are just focused on F1s, and we'll highlight if it's wider than that in a case or two. But COVID-19 had an impact on the student visa numbers in the United States that are noticeable. Now, if you look at a 10-year span, the student visa numbers are astronomical, rapidly rising than what they were, but there's been a huge decrease than what they were only a few years ago. So the pandemic continued to have an impact on international student enrollment in the US in 2021. The total number of CVIS records for active F1 and M1 students, not J1s, was 1.2 million, 1.23 million in calendar year 2021. It's a decrease of 1.2% from calendar year 2020. So 1%, almost a little more than 1% decrease from the year before. But Anya was really smart. She went and looked up the 2019 numbers and said, actually, 2019, they had 1.52 million students. Now it's 1.2. So it was actually like a 300,000 decrease than the year before. So it was a much wider drop than it was before. And so even, from the COVID, the last 2 years had a big effect on the numbers. Now, interestingly, there's 4 schools, a total of 4 SVB certified schools that enrolled more than 15,000 international students, unchanged from 2020. So there's 4 major schools that are doing this. We're going to go through those schools, but it's really interesting to see the dynamics and the analytics of who is coming, who isn't, and where they're from. There's some more interesting statistics. Ani, why don't you go read the next couple ones of them?
Yeah, so from what we see from these reports, like COVID pandemic is had a major impact on the number of international students coming to the United States. And for example, as to the students on OPT, optional practical training, both on pre and post completion OPT, in 2019, there were like more than 140,000 students doing that. And in 2021, 105. So it's like the difference between 2019 and 2021 is like 35,000 students less doing OPT.
Yeah, getting more training. Yeah, wow.
Yes. So it's, it's a lot.
Well, we look at the unemployment rate too. We have all these jobs that are not being filled, and people needing jobs. A lot of these jobs were filled by student visa holders who get their 1-year practical training after they graduate and stuff. So it's really important. These are educated people who these are like bachelor's degree jobs and higher that are not getting filled, and then it causes problems down the line because then these people won't do the green card for work process. They won't do the work visa H-1B process. So our growth rate, employment-wise, and numbers are going to get really shot on this. I mean, just looking at China, for example, China sent just between 2021 and 2020, 33,000 less students, but India, on the other hand, sent 25,000 more. So those dynamics are changing, less from China, more from India. And so what, the workplace is being affected by this. Now, interesting, California, pretty much the biggest state, hosted 208,000 international students from all categories. This is the largest percentage of international students in all the states. But in 2013, they were doing 300,000, so a 90,000 decrease in 2 years. How many people are doing it? And so California I'm from California. I'm in California. There's every door has a hiring sign right now. It gets really affected. 90,000 people with degrees not going to be able to fill up positions. It's going to be horrible.
Yeah. So it's a good time if, for example, someone considers going to study in the United States. It's a perfect time.
Thank you for watching this educational program. To get the latest videos, click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. Also, help us help the immigrant community by liking this video and sharing it with your family and friends. You can also find us on other social media sites like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter, where you find the latest updates on immigration news, policy changes, and tips. Be safe and God bless. See you soon.